recording. That way, if we want to go back later, we want to look at anything, we want to revisit anything, we have that capability and that option. So I'll go ahead now and share my screen with you. So let's see, we'll go right into desk. And you'll see here with desk, we have all of these different features that we can go through. Let's get rid of some of that junk at the top. And we have a lot of different features and different tools in the system. One thing that I always remind you guys in every class that I teach is if you're having a hard time finding an app, you can start typing it in here, and anything with that name and that word in the title or in the description will come up, and it kind of eliminates some of that additional clutter that you might see. So one thing that I will show you, if we go over here to the intranet, so those that have been with us for a while might remember CB Inside or CB1, and it was kind of difficult to find information. We had to click through like 5 to 7 times to get to stuff. They've taken that away and they've made it much easier to find. So here we do have a marketing tab, and you'll see here we do have DIY marketing resources, as well as professional marketing resources and access to digital assets with BrandServe. That said, hold on one second. Nice. There we go. That way we don't have any background noise. So here under DIY marketing resources, you'll kind of get kind of a cheat sheet for what is a DIY do-it-yourself marketing resource that I have available in Desk. You'll see they do have BrandServe as well as a Help Center, an open house sign-in sheet that you can literally click on. It will pull that up and you can print that out and you can take that to your open house with you. Home Spotter and Boost, as well as InTouch, Moxie, Prospect Square, and Social Ad Engine. So those are all kind of do-it-yourself marketing resources. You can go into Prospect Square, you can create market area and quarterly reports and email them to yourself or your clients. This afternoon, we had a really great class on expireds and how do I use Prospect Square and InTouch to market to expired. So in InTouch, you're able to go in as well. There's a full marketing center in there. You have both marketing aspects for print as well as email. So some are paid and some are free. Any of the email information that you ever find in InTouch is always 100% free. For you to use as a Coldwell Banker agent. And then also some more professional marketing services that you may have to pay for. So with Design Concierge, you are able to go in and to get a logo designed for you. You can get email headers. You can design your own business card, your own brochure. There are many things in there that you can design, and they are at a lower cost to you than if you were to go out and contract, put someone under contract, a designer who would cost a lot of money. And I speak from experience here. Working on the team that I was on, we did outsource some of the information. I did some of it myself. We were able to send it to a designer, and it still ended up costing the agent close to $400 or $500 just for the logo design. And in Design Concierge, it's $79. So that'll kind of show you the difference in price. And also Listing Concierge Help. There's some access here and some help for Listing Concierge as well. Excuse me. So the first thing we're going to do is pull up this agent marketing guide. That's under DIY marketing resources. It is the same agent marketing guide that you will find down here under professional marketing resources as well. They just want to make it as easily accessible as possible for you to find. So this is something that you can find at any time. If you have internet access, it lives in Desk. So you don't really have to save it to your computer unless you want to. And you'll see here as we go through, it's going to kind of let you know what does Coldwell Banker offer. So we do offer, really, there are thousands of DIY assets available to you. I can tell you from experience going into InTouch, there are in combination over 700 combinations of email and print marketing campaigns, emails, postcards, flyers, different marketing assets that you can create and use for your business. It will also go through each. So Design Concierge lets you know memorable bios, logos, brochures, business cards, signatures, etc. That again are tailored to your business and your brand. InTouch is your CRM, your personal IDX website, and your marketing center, again, over 1,000 designs. And you can do consumer e-blasts, postcards, flyers, and there are 42 campaigns that are already created for you that you can just go in and set up and drop your clients on, and they will go out on your behalf. So I'm not a set it and forget it person. I'm a set it and let it do its job. I don't want to forget that it's there because it helps me build my business. Listing Concierge, that is one of my favorite tools because it takes all the guesswork out. There are 12 to 14 different steps in what you receive through Listing Concierge. I like that I have a listing coordinator that's creating my brochure, my direct mail, my online promotion, my digital marketing, in essence, everything for me, and I only have to click a few buttons. Moxie Present is a DIY. You can go in and create seller listing presentations, buyer presentations, buyer tours, and something that a lot of agents I don't think are aware of. You can also create presentations from scratch. I have an agent that was paying big money to a company to create a monthly newsletter for her that she liked to send out with some real estate information. She was able to go into Moxie, create that from scratch, and do it herself for free. Prospect Square, so that's where you're going to find your market area and quarterly reports. Now you are able to share those not only with your clients, but you're able to also easily access them and share them on social media. And you're also able to email those out as well, and share them on your Agent InTouch website. And then Express Docs, so anything that you order print-wise from InTouch will go through Express Docs, but you can go into Express Docs itself, and each of these are a separate tile on your desk, so you can find them all easily accessible in that one login for desk. And through Express Docs, you can order postcards, business cards, balloons, just all kinds of farming material as well. The Listing Concierge farming materials also found in Express Docs. So as you go through, you'll see it does have a table of contents and how do I market myself. So again, client presentations, I'm able to do a pre-listing presentation, a seller presentation, buyer, and now they also have very conveniently, and I absolutely love this, 12-minute seller presentations. Now, these are for agents that would like to use and benefit from Listing Concierge. It is a 12-minute presentation that basically walks through every step of Listing Concierge. So if you do use the Listing Concierge program, again, it's not mandatory, and anything that I show you in this or any class is never mandatory for you to be an agent with the company. There are always suggestions and just things that you can do that are extra to build your business. But if you do utilize Listing Concierge, all of that is spelled out in this presentation for you. And it's a wow factor when you sit with a client and you say, this is how I market your property. I'm your partner in this. We sell your home together. You know, my reputation is in the front yard on the sign. So I want to make sure that we're doing this correctly and that you have a good experience from start to finish. So that's just another way of selling yourself. And also global luxury as well. I believe in this area, and I do have to double check this, that the price point is $825 and up. But we do have that global luxury as well. And you don't have to be a certified global luxury agent in order to utilize that for any global luxury property. And then we also have special client presentation packaging. So if you have a seller presentation and you place your CMA in that, you want to print that out, and you want to bind that, most of the offices do have a unibind machine. We do have some covers, and you're able to go in and have that bound in the office by your SSA and take that with you on your appointment. It's very impressive. I'm a bookworm, so I do geek out just a little bit on that feature. So we do have also printed client presentations. You can go into Express Docs if these are things that you just want to have at your fingertips that you want to grab and go. You're able to do that as well as consumer e-blast and campaigns. So you'll see as we go through InTouch, there are a lot of different campaigns, and I like this because it breaks them down for me. So if I want to send a personal message for an anniversary or birthday, there are 15 designs in there that I can choose from, many different designs. You'll see prospecting, there are 305 designs. That could be prospecting for a buyer, maybe for global luxury, prospecting as far as sending out daylight saving time, energy smart, holiday, seasonal, spring market. And you'll see, in addition, all of these. So expireds, we did go over that in a class earlier today, for sale by owner, all kinds of information that's in there for any prospect that you come across. There's probably marketing that you can go in and create and send to that client or a potential client. There's also agent promotion. If you have won an award, oftentimes I hear people say, but I don't want to brag about myself. Yes, you do. Go in, brag about yourself. If you're not going to brag about yourself, who is? And if you've earned an award, you're not really bragging about yourself. That's something that you earned. It's something you worked very hard for, and it's something that you deserve. So it's definitely important to post that, to send that out to your sphere, let them know, post it on social media so everyone can find that. We also have some company claims. So we are Coldwell Banker agents. So that's why it's important sometimes to post some things. So we do work for the company that is #1 online, and that's more important now than it has ever been in the history of the internet. Because everybody is online right now. So that's really a hot commodity to know that we work for Coldwell Banker and they are #1 online. We've been #1 for 22 years. We are in many countries, so anywhere that people want to move. And then there are some additional blasts in there as well. Prospect Square is where you will find all of your reports. So I do like that they have these little snapshots here to let you know what things will look like. For those of you who are new to Prospect Square or even have used it before, a new feature that they have, which I love that they have listened to what we suggested, you are able to go in and change the photo for your reports now. So mine always came up as the beach. I'm not sure why. And I was able to go in and put a really dynamic kitchen in there. You can select photos based on interior, exteriors based on the area that you live in. So these features have been added to Prospect Square as well. Social media covers. So that's something, this will say your local intranet, but this is actually found in BrandServe now. So I'm able to go in and find a cover photo that is compliant with company identity standards and rules, where I do have that little CB star, and it is located on my cover photo, as well as they have holiday and seasonal holiday messages. I really like these. They just had one that came out for Rosh Hashanah. The Air Force just had, an anniversary. So some of them are a little outside of the box. Tomorrow is a really important one because it's the first day of fall. So they've actually given us something that we can just grab and go and post that out on Facebook. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to create it myself. I don't have to spend that time doing it. Again, I can just grab and go, and I will show you how to do that as well. So social media graphics, again, if you've won any awards, you're able to go into brand serve. Any new affiliates that come through, your office will push out your welcome to let the world know that you have joined Coldwell Banker and that you're an agent. And we do have some company claims as well. And then also more promotions. Usually in September, we have homes for dogs. I'm not sure that a lot of places are doing that this year with COVID. But in the past, since 2015, it is important that you know that we have helped over 20,000 rescue dogs or rescue animals be adopted through this program. So I love the fact that I work for a company that isn't just busy buying and selling houses. It understands what home is all about, and it does some good out in the community. It also has some major claims. We are number one on Instagram for all real estate companies. We're number one online, and that's with our coldwellbanker.com and all of our social media. And you'll see that we have a lot of sales and we have a lot of agents. Sometimes people will say, well, why is that important? I work for the best company, which makes me the best. That's why I work for Coldwell Banker, because I am one of the best agents that there is. You also have a newsletter that comes out in Touch. It is one that you don't have to think about. It is perpetual. It comes out every month on your behalf on the same day each month. You are able to go in and personalize it if you so choose, but you don't have to. I love this because these are written every month. I believe the one for September that just came out was about working from home. And apparently Barbados has really great Wi-Fi now, and you know they're talking about people that want to move to the beach, but it really talks about COVID and how it's impacted everyone and how a lot of people do. We work from home now. And then there was another article about pet doors. So not everything is buy or sell real estate. It gives a little bit of outside of the box information that's interesting that keeps people wanting to click on it every month. Excuse me. The main focus of that is to stay in touch with someone. So you may be sending your email to someone. I'll be honest with you. I don't open my Gmail. I don't read my Gmail. I don't like my Gmail because I am in my email all day for work. When I get off of work, I don't, I'm one of those people where you have to text me and let me know that you emailed me something. But there are times when I go through my email and I look at everything that people have sent. And whether I open your email or not, I'm seeing your name. Kind of the same thing with direct mail, which we will get to. People say, well, people open their mail over the trash can, but they still open their mail. So if you're sending postcards to your farm area, whether those people are calling you or not, they're still seeing you. You're becoming familiar, you're becoming recognizable, and you're becoming the person that, is the area expert in that particular place. There are also some really great consumer flyers. You'll see there are 84 designs. Probably my favorite are the 10 reasons to list with Coldwell Banker, which means 10 reasons to list with me because I'm a Coldwell Banker agent. We also reach more buyers, so it does give some statistics and some different quotables and also some different information here. We are always voted, and I believe for the past 24 years, we've been voted one of the most ethical, top 50 ethical companies in the world, not just in America, but in the entire world. So that's really important too, letting people know that that's another reason why I've aligned with Coldwell Banker, because I'm an honest and ethical agent, and that's the integrity that I bring to the table as well. There are many other designs that are in here. There are flyers that you can print out, flyers that you're able to email. You'll see some homeowner expertise, some seasonal, some consumer marketing. Again, you can also build and upload your own. So that's when it comes to campaigns and it comes to any kind of emails, you're able to go in excuse me, and build it yourself. For example, tomorrow I have a Canva class. For those of you that love Canva as much as I do, I can go in, I can build anything that I want. I can come into InTouch, drop it in InTouch, and send it out. And then I have marketing that no one else has. There are also some print. For those of you that do like to farm, that do like to send things out to your clients, I find that direct mail is often very overlooked. I love getting personal mail. I really love when somebody sends me, so my lender, when I bought my house 4 years ago, he sends me a recipe card. It's like once a month or once every other month. He sends me a postcard. I always really enjoy those. I really like to cook, and that's why he sends them to me. I really enjoy getting the sports, even though this year it's a little bit different with the sports. But the sports schedules and things like that, the magnets that I can just attach to my fridge, and personal messages as well. So maybe you have someone that's moved, and as your gift to them when they move into their new home, you give them some personal postcards that they can then send out to their sphere as well, which is great because it's going to have your information on it. Also, agent promotion. Again, if you want to send anything out to your farming area for awards or different things that you have, you're a top producer, letting people know, because people don't know if we don't tell them. And then some other printed postcards as well. If there's low inventory in an area, as we really are seeing in some areas. If you have a buyer for a specific neighborhood, don't discount this. So I see that all the time, people that are emailing offices and saying, hey, I have somebody that's really interested in buying antimonium. They're looking for XYZ. I'm going to take this, I have buyers, I'm going to send it out to that farming area in that neighborhood. I have somebody looking in your neighborhood, and hopefully they'll contact me and say, I've been thinking about listing my house. Who do you have? Now, the buyer might not work for them, but that's a way for me to get that listing. Again, they do have calendars and buying and some more prospecting cards you can find in Express Talks as well as InTouch, and you'll see there are a lot of different options here. Excuse me. They have a lot of prospecting. I have worked with several agents that have sent out opportunity is knocking with the doors. I really love that one as well as this one. The time is now. There is a high demand. We know that housing prices are increasing and rates are very low. And as well as the holiday campaigns, there are some home and garden and some different other things in there that you can find. And for those that like to go door knocking, they do have the door hangers. They also have stationery that you're able to purchase, notepads, swag, things of that nature, note cards. I find in this day and age, a handwritten note card goes further than you would ever believe. It just shows that you've taken the time and really thought it out. I do love email marketing, but it's very simple to sit down and click a few buttons. It takes a few minutes more to put some thought and effort into writing out a note card and to sending it to somebody. It's a very personalized touch. You'll also find your personal URL, your website is through InTouch. You can order business cards. If you do need business cards, I would hold off as much as possible until we get our new DBA. So right now we are Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage, and the next month or so, by the end of the year, we should be Coldwell Banker Realty. As soon as we have more information to give you on that, we will reach out. You can also do name badges and yard signs. I did work with an agent in Bel Air who we worked in the festival. She went across the street to the grocery store before she went home. She had on her badge, and the gentleman in front of her, they struck up a conversation, and he looked at her badge and he said, "Oh, you work for Coldwell Banker. I was thinking about selling my house." She was then able to list a $650,000 listing because she was wearing her name badge. Otherwise, he would have never known that she was a Coldwell Banker agent. You can also find some swag, some apparel. I do apologize that this is the old logo. We are working on updating that. And then we do have some semi-custom as well. So again, Design Concierge, very good discounted price on creating your own logo for branding purposes, your own business card style, a personal brochure that you're able to hand out anywhere you go, a personalized email that includes your logo, stationery, special social media headers, a professionally written personal bio, property email headers for InTouch, and listing presentation pages for your Moxie. There are also specialized listing concierge templates as well, so that when you're sending something out, it's different from everyone else. In Prospect Square, you will start to see, now we don't have clients for life just yet. That is a program that is up and coming, and you'll see it does resemble InTouch, where there are a lot of really great things, and these will be ways for you to keep in touch with previous past clients. And then we also do have the custom Design Concierge, where you can do, again, flyers, brochures, postcards, full listing presentations, just a lot of, your own door hanger or rack card that you're able to design to market yourself as an agent. You can also market your properties. And I had someone ask me the other day, why would I use this if I have Listing Concierge? Excuse me. So this is something just, I think, above and beyond Listing Concierge. I've sent out my just listed postcard. Maybe I've waited a week or two. If the property hasn't flown off of the market, I have an open house and I'm able to send that out, even if it's only to a 2-block radius. A very good idea. If I'm having an open house, I want to advertise it early. I want to push that out. I want to send a personal invitation to the immediate neighbors, let them know maybe my open house is from 1 to 3 and I'm having a neighbor only looky-loo sneak peek from 12 to 1, and I really value their opinion. If nothing else, I'd like to be courteous as a neighbor and just let them know that we're having the open house in case they do see some additional traffic or some cars that they don't recognize in the neighborhood for safety purposes. There are lots of different flyers that you can go in. And if you are having an open house, let's say as an agent, I'm a little bit newer, or right now I just don't have any listings, but I'm going to do an open house for Jeannie in my office. And she is a brand new listing on Bimini Drive in Bel Air, and I'm going to do an open house. Like, how am I going to create this flyer? I'm able to go into InTouch. I'm able to type in that address, and because it is a Coldwell Banker listing, it will import all of the information, all of the photos for me. I can print out an InTouch an open house flyer that has my information on it because I am running the open house, and that's it's a little bit easier than going in and creating something from scratch. You can also do e-blast and newsletters as well, and there's a lot of global luxury information in there as well. So some of it is custom, semi-custom. So you'll see Listing Concierge, you're able to go into Express Docs. And if you are frequently ordering the silver package, which is the cheapest package, you can have a brochure made up with your information on it that just describes what that marketing entails. I find it very impressive when you're talking with a seller and you're letting them know, I have a marketing team at my disposal. I have a marketing specialist that I work with hand in hand. I also have a digital marketing team at my disposal to market your home efficiently and effectively. So there are some different design templates in there, and you will see for Listing Concierge as well as Design Concierge some different templates for the different marketing deliverables that are available. And again, for Design Concierge, something that you have in addition are postcard templates that are very specific, some additional advertising. flyer templates that you're able to upload into Express Docs, and brochure templates as well that are created for you. So at that point, we'll kind of pause and just see if anyone has any questions. You can unmute yourself and ask a question, or as always, you can place it in the chat so that I'm able to see that as well. If there are no questions, I will always hit on the fact that when you go into Desk, you can also find this Help Center here at the top. It is the question mark inside of the circle. I find not a lot of people are aware that that is there, and you're able to scroll through and get additional information, resources, and facts about every Coldwell Banker tool that we have. How do I get started? What are my training resources? What are the facts? You know, what is MarketQuest? Here are the facts. It's going to tell you what it is, how to use it, what do I need it for, and how does it build my business. So those are all very important things to know as well. So as far as do it yourself and customized marketing, you can go into BrandServe now. So you're able to go in and to get some social media images that are already created for you, and then also some that you're able to tailor and to create on behalf of your listings. There's a really great one that's in here that is a small business shout out, and we also have some fair housing, very current and with the times. So we're going to click on tactics here at the top, and then we're going to click on social right here underneath in that drop down menu. Once we click on that, we can go through, and I always advise you to go through and kind of scroll down and see what's available. Everything will be listed in alphabetical order. So you'll see here, this is a CB, Small Business Instagram Story Graphic. So if you're into Instagram, if you're into the story graphics, they do have some created for you. There are celebration tiles. If you have an anniversary coming up with the company, and they're just, you can see there are multiple pages here to go through. But if I'm at the top, I can also search here by title. So you'll see things that I've already searched: small business, fair housing, September. So if I search for September, I'm going to get our September holidays. You'll see once this comes up, it just kind of gives me a placeholder, and then I'm able to customize. When I customize, it's going to take me in, and you can see here there are a lot of different things to choose from. I can't really see what they look like too much, but I can go through and say, you know, maybe I want welcome fall. So fall in love with a new home. And I'm going to click on that. And then I always like to customize mine so that I know what I'm finding. When I go back and save it, I know what to look for. And I want to make sure that I'm using residential brokerage. This is very, very important. I've met with several agents that are just putting Coldwell Banker. It does need to have that residential brokerage to be compliant with the Maryland Real Estate Commission. So we always want to make sure that we're putting everything out that's following all of our marketing rules, and we want to look like a polished professional. So then we're going to generate our proof. And this is just so that we can go through and make sure that we've grabbed the correct thing. I can go over here and I can view this proof. So I never want to save from this screen, but it's going to let me know what it looks like. I can see that I have the correct logo here. Fall in love with a new home. I can X off of that. And really, it's just a multi-step process after that. I want to add this to my cart, continue, and place my order. And it is a multi-step process, but this is just letting BrandServe know what we as agents are using the most, so they can include similar tactics as well and get rid of the stuff that nobody likes. They are trying to streamline this as well. We've had several meetings with the marketing team letting them know that this needs to be a little bit easier. So they are working on that. And here I can download this file. And this is where I'm able to save this to my computer, where I know where to find it, if that's in desktop, if that's in a folder. So you'll see here I'm able to go and save as. I can pick somewhere in my computer. So I have a pictures folder in which I have a brand serve folder, and I have all of my holidays here. So anything that I've created or gotten from a brand serve, I'm able to save to this folder, and I can find it later when I want to post it. I can go straight to Facebook. This is something that I'm able to post from a personal profile or from my business page. So for the sake of this class, we're going to go to the business page. So I do have new Facebook. So if my Facebook looks different than yours, that's okay. This is up and coming. For those that don't know, you're able to switch on and off between dark mode and light mode, and it is a little bit easier to use once you get used to it. So here you can see I'm in my business page. I can create my post or go into publishing tools and schedule my post. But here I can create my post. I can find that particular photo that is in my computer. Wherever I have saved it, the only wrong answer is if you save it and then you can't find it. So fall in love with a new home, and I'm able to take this and say something about it and post it. Now, one thing that Coldwell Banker realized that a lot of agents were requesting is, you've given me something to post, but I don't know what to say. So with fair housing, as an example, when you search for fair housing, you'll see the campaign will come up. You can customize. There are 12 images in here that you can choose from. You find the one that you want to post, and you just select whatever option it is that you want. Fair housing. Maybe I'm just going to label it couple. And then here, my DBA, I have residential brokerage. Again, I want to make sure I'm picking brokerage and not real estate, and I can generate that proof. Now, what I kind of went through very quickly is in that home screen, when I go through to social media, I'm so used to just going through and finding stuff and posting it that you may have missed under fair housing. When I go into to customize that, you'll see here again that I'm going to go through and type in residential brokerage. I'm going to pick the one that I want and generate that proof. Once I go through to the next screen, it's going to give me some extra information. So as I go through and I add that to my cart, and I'm not seeing where it was. It did come up before. So I can place that order and I can post that out on social media as well. So here it's going to check for assets. I'm going to download that file and it will come up for me to post. So originally when you went into this, and they may have updated this, but for fair housing, it did give some script as well. So anything that has script, again, not everything will give you a script, but they do have some information. So it looks like they may have taken that out. Sometimes you'll see down here, it'll have a little bit of information and it'll say additional information, and then it will give you the option to download some text. It looks like they may have removed that. And again, if you haven't completed everything that's necessary, the screen will come up and let you know that. So you'll see that they must have taken the text out. So I do apologize for that. But originally they did have some text in there. I think that's something that they're working on so that when you do go in and find some things, you know what to say when you post it. Another really good option, and I do this frequently, is I go to our Coldwell Banker residential brokerage page for Baltimore and DC. And anything that I see that they've posted, you can take what they've said and you're able to share that as well. So anything that they've posted, for example, excuse me, this was posted on Friday. Coldwell Banker, salutes United States Air Force. I'm able to copy what that is. And I've gotten this, let's say I've gotten this from BrandServe, but I didn't know what to say. I can then go back to my page. I can find that tactic. I can create my post, again, find that Air Force, and then just paste what was already said. And anything that's in BrandServe that has verbiage, that's how you would do it. Just copy and paste it, and then you're able to post that. Or if you know how to schedule, you can schedule that as well. So there are a couple of other things that you're able to do as far as finding things to share out on Facebook. So I think one thing that a lot of us don't understand as well is that in InTouch, we're able to go in and share directly from InTouch to our social media as well. Now, for this purpose, I'm going to go in as an agent. Pull some. Oh no, let's put that one in. So we'll pick on Sherry here, and we'll go into Sherry. And let's say right now you don't have any listings, or maybe you have some listings and you want to post them out to Facebook, and you're really not sure how to do that. When you go into InTouch, you're going to click on your listings tab here, and we're going to market my listings. So as I go in, you'll see if you have listings, they will be here. And if you don't, that's okay too. I'm going to click on this show, and I'm going to go to my office's listings. Here you're going to find every listing that is available, pending, or active under contract in your office. As a Coldwell Banker agent, we do have the right and the permission to share these to social media. I would highly advise you, of professional courtesy, to reach out to an agent before you share this agent's listing. I would contact Gus and say, I really want to share, is it okay if I share this property in Sparks that you have listed? In case he's signing a contract right now, I just want to make sure that if I'm sharing it, I'm sharing something that's active. I can also feature this on my website if I want to. I can use this as one of the showcase properties in my email, so you can check or uncheck anything that you want. And here you'll see there's a Facebook page right here, a Facebook tab. So I can share this property on my LinkedIn. I don't really use Craigslist as much, but you'll see here it's a property details page. I can email this listing directly to a client in my system, but for this purpose, I'm going to click on Facebook. It's going to come up here in a little box at the top. So I always like to click on the square to make it nice and big. And here it's giving me a preview of what this is going to look like on my website. So you'll see here, it is going to come from my website. It's not going to come from Gus's website. It's not going to have Gus's information on it. It's going to come from me. It's going to have the property address, a little bit more information about the property, because this is the information that people are looking for on the internet. And here I want to share to my page. I want to put this on my business page because we know that business pages have 100% business. Our personal profile should have 80 to 85% personal stuff, maybe 10 to 15% business. We don't want to overdo it with business on our personal profile. I can tell you the people that I'm friends with on Facebook that do nothing but post business stuff on their personal profiles, I've hidden them so I don't see it, because that's not what I'm on my news feed for. So here I have my business page. Check out this beautiful listing in Sparks. Contact me to schedule your private showing or your personal appointment, something like that, and then I can post to Facebook. When that comes up on my Facebook page and someone clicks that link, it's going to send them to my website. Nowhere in here have I said, look at my listing. It's not my listing, but it's a listing. And I have a new agent that I work with. It's been in the business about 2 months, and she started to get some business because she's constantly posting listings on her Facebook business page. She looks very busy. People are going to assume that this is your listing. We'll let them do whatever they want to do. We're just letting them know, hey, we've got really great inventory. This is something that you can look at, and I'm going to post that to Facebook. You guys know me. I'm a very big preview person. Anything that I'm able to preview or to look at, I'm going to go back and see what it looks like when I post it. Excuse me, to make sure it's what I want. And you'll see here is that post. Check out this beautiful listing. Contact me to schedule your private showing. And here, if I'm Sherry, it's got my website address. And when someone clicks on this from my Facebook page, it's taking them to my agent page. And guess what? There are no other agents on this page. It's not Zillow, Realtor.com, or even ColdwellBankerHomes.com. Sherry is the only person on this page. They can't then go and search something else and find another listing agent or find someone else. And they have the option to go through and to look at all of the listing photos, get all of the information. And you'll see here the listing is courtesy of Coldwell Banker. There is no other agent information included here. So that's one way to build your business on your social media. Be friends with the people in your office. Reach out to them, even if you're new, even if you've never met them, and say, hey, you've got this gorgeous listing. I would really like to push this out. Can we try to get a buyer for this? And see, make sure that it's on the market. There will be agents now and again that will tell you no. That's okay. But that's just another way of building your business and putting out some extra marketing on your social media as well. The other option that you also have is to go into Prospect Square and to share custom reports. So I think a lot of people don't utilize these enough. I'm addicted to them. I'll be honest with you. I love Prospect Square reports. I'm a very nosy person, and I like to farm. So my area is Joppatown. It's where I live. I like to know everything. If I pass a home and it has a for sale sign in the yard, you better believe that I either already know how much it's offered for, or I'm going to be looking it up when I get home because I'm nosy. So the other information that I'm able to provide to people is on my agent website. I am able to, and I will show you really quickly in a moment. I did miss the small business shout out that you're able to do on BrandServe. But you'll see down here, I do have area reports for the different counties that I work in, that my agents work in. I have some more to add here. I'm not done yet, but people can go through. They can click on my report. You are able now to go in and adjust the photo. So I changed this from a beach photo to a beautiful kitchen photo. There are lots of interior and exterior photos you can choose from. And here people can go in and get the area information for Harford County, or I can do a market report. Maybe it's just a specific area, a subdivision, a specific community. Maybe you have a client that says, I really want information on Mays Chapel and Rogers Ford. You're able to go into a market report and put that together and send that to them. And in Prospect Square, you can find the reports here. The other bonus of having area reports is having custom marketing that I can push out on social media. So you'll see here my area reports. I can preview and share them. I can find a very specific area, maybe my farming area. Maybe I want to push one of these out every few days, so that throughout the month, maybe the 2nd of every month, I'm pushing out Joppa, or the 10th of the month, I'm pushing out Timonium. Or some area that I do business in. I can go through here and I can find that specific area. They are all mid-Atlantic. That's what the MA stands for. Just make sure that you're using one for Maryland. You'll see Frederick County is in Maryland, and it's also in Virginia. So I'm going to click that button. I'm going to search for that particular county. And you'll see not only do I have county information, but now I have every zip code. So it will label out the towns or the cities by zip code. Although Bel Air has 2 zip codes, it is only presenting it together combined because it is Bel Air. So you see, I can go through, I can look for an area that I'm targeting, and I can share this information to social media here. And I can also preview it and see what does it look like. So here's my market area report. I've got the information. I can create a video where I'm giving them some information. The sales price is up almost 30%. So that's crazy. And the days on the market has gone down 60%. So it's a great time to sell your house right now. If you live in Tapa, it's a good time if you're thinking about selling your house to put it on the market. And I've got a great marketing program that I can help you do that. So you'll see here, you can share to social media, basically everything but Instagram, because Instagram is pictures and this is not just a picture. You can see, you can go to LinkedIn, you can go to Twitter, you can go to Pinterest. And if you want to share directly to Facebook, that is right here. And again, that gives me the opportunity, just as I did from InTouch. For whatever reason, mine's not pulling a picture, so I apologize for that, but yours should. And I'm going to share again to a page that I manage. Check out how COVID has impacted our local area, or, you know, the local Joppa area. Contact me to have these reports sent automatically to your inbox each month. That lets them know that if they want to receive these via email, like, I'll set them up and send them. They're automatic. It's not like I'm going to be pestering them, and then I'm going to post that to Facebook. If you are in a community group that allows it, this is a great thing to send out to a community group. I'll let people know what is going on in the area. I am your area expert. I can help you sell your house. You'll see, for whatever reason, I've had some issues with my Prospect Square lately because I have an employee account. But you'll see here, yours will have a photo. It should have a beautiful photo. And here they can click here. And once they click, they're going to get to that area report. Again, it's going to have all my contact information in the profile, but it's just something that I'm able to send out. This is special marketing. Who else has this? Nobody else has this. I don't see any of my agent friends, and I have a lot of agent friends. I don't see them giving me this information. This is really amazing that you're, you know, and I don't know that you have a program that you went in and literally hit 3 buttons to do this. Own this. Act like you painstakingly put this together. Same thing with your Moxie presentations, any presentations that you do. Own those. Those belong to you. It's not a program that you use. It's stuff that you went in, you really worked hard on. So you'll see here with small business shout out, again, you can go in and make some customized marketing, include the information that's needed for that particular business, and push that out. Now, I will tell you, the purpose of this to me is not necessarily getting a lot of engagement or likes or shares. That is important. But what it really does is, now that I've started doing this, I've reached out to some of my friends. Hey, how's it going? How has COVID impacted your small business? Can I push you out on my business page? The last 2 people I did that for were overjoyed. Are you kidding me? Yes, please push me out there. Let everybody, you know, see, you know, my business, try to get me some business. Oh, by the way, if you hear about anybody doing real estate, can you send them my way? Well, what are they going to do? Of course, they're going to say yes, because you're doing something for them as well. So you'll see here, I pushed out my friend Christy. I had about 1,300 people that I reached with this. You can see I had 11 shares. Most of those people I don't know. I've never heard of them. They were Christy's friends. They were so excited she got this shout out. They pushed her out and went with it. The information from my business page. Christy also pushed it out, and she's like, if you guys need real estate, please contact my friend Angie. So it's kind of a, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, but it's custom. It's letting people know I do support small business. I am a small business as well. So it gave me the opportunity sometimes to talk about the fact that I am a small business. I work under the umbrella of Coldwell Banker, but I'm an independent contractor. And then the last thing I would really recommend going in is to go into your Moxie Present as well, to look at that and all of the custom presentations that you're able to create in there as well. Anything that you have in Desk, you're able to utilize on your business agent website. So you can put in your testimonials. You'll see I have a small business shout out. I do need to update that. My previous shout outs are here, but I have my local communities. You're able to go in again to market myself, and especially to my farming area. I've put in a lot of extra information. I have a custom Moxie presentation here, and I'm working on getting area reports into every community that I serve. Someone can click that. It is a live link. It will update for me every month on the 8th of every month. So on the 8th of October, it will change to September. And again, I like this because I don't have to go into Desk and into Process Square and into the area report and into anything else. I just go to my website. When I hand someone my business card, I'm giving them all access to my website. So I want to put as much of this information out there as possible to distinguish myself from the other agents that are in the market. So I know I went really fast. If you're still here, thank you. And does anybody have any questions? I know it was a lot of information. If there's anything, we'll go ahead and stop recording. So if there's anything